Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
morning, Ditto. It's 7:30 a.m. and what I just realized is that he's fine until I turn the camera on, and then I turn the camera on and he runs under the day sofa. I opened the curtains and I put some mice videos on the TV. You could come out, Ditto. It's okay. I just wanted to say good morning to you and to make your room brighter for you, okay? Okay, Ditto, you doing okay? So this morning, I was watching the security camera footage and I noticed that Ditto does not appear to be limping anymore. And he's also stretching a lot more. So that means he should be feeling more comfortable. Cats usually stretch when they're comfortable. Right, Ditto? And here's Boo. Boo got lots of pets this morning. I'm going to put some videos on for Boo also. Good morning, Stella. Stella's watching the squirrels outside. Good morning, Simba. Simba's sitting here with the dragonfly. You been playing with the dragonfly? I put some mouse videos on for Boo. He's watching them. It's about 9 a.m. I just came in with a plate of food. Ditto was laying on the day sofa. And I showed him the plate of food and he went to hide underneath the sofa. So then I put the plate of food on the floor and he did not finish going underneath the sofa, but instead went over to the plate of food to eat it. So he's definitely more mobile today. I have not seen him limping, so that's good. It means his arm is getting better. From here, it looks good. The paw looks good. He's putting weight on the paw. So it all looks good. So while he's eating this, which is the first part of his breakfast, I am going to go feed the other cats. So one of the things that I have as a goal for today is I want to put a towel on top of this shelf, and then I want to see if maybe I can entice him to go up there so he could at least look out the window. That's what Boo used to love doing when he was in this room. He would just, you know, sit up there for hours and look out the window. So maybe Ditto would like to do that, maybe not. Maybe he's just happy on the day sofa. But I would like to get him moving around a little bit more since, you know, he's making such good progress with his arm. I don't want to move him around too much, but it would be good for him to get some exercise. Now, when Boo was in this room, I was able to play with him. Boo understood play because when he was outside with the kittens, Splash and Simba, I'd play with the kittens and he would join in. So that's really how he learned about play. And Stella was the same. She learned play outside with the kittens. And I don't think Ditto never learned how to play, so he really doesn't understand what toys are. And they scare him. And I'm thinking maybe I should try a laser pointer. So I've tried laser pointers outside with Hydrox and Ditto. It's kind of freaked them out, but maybe I'll try inside. Maybe we'll see how that goes. It's about 9:30 a.m. and I just gave Ditto his second plate of food. So that's a scoop of homemade raw food and one of the Stella and Chewy chicken patties all mixed together. And he's under the day sofa right now. And it looks like he's been using the litter box. And it's a mess. But I don't want to vacuum in here because I think the vacuum would freak him out. So probably going to have to get a broom later. Hello, Ditto. Would you like to come out and eat your food? There's food on your plate. Okay, you can eat it. You can go eat it, okay? Ditto's been eating his second plate of food here on the floor. About 2 feet away from where my feet are. I'm sitting here on the chair. He's about 2 feet away from me. And if I move, like I did to get the camera, then he kind of backs up and goes under the day sofa. But if I just sit here still, then he's been eating very happily. It's very tempting to reach down and pet his back, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to let him eat. It's 1:25 p.m. and I put a towel on top of the shelf near the window and I sprinkled some catnip on it. So it'll be interesting to see if Ditto goes on it. So Ditto was laying on the day sofa a few minutes ago. He was all stretched out, and then when I came in the room to put the towel down, he went underneath the day sofa. So he's hiding under there. Here, Ditto. It's a snack. You can eat it. Here. 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 You like it? It's tuna. It's a tuna churu. Here. Here you go. You're just gonna lay down? Here. Bless you. Here. You don't want it? No? Okay, move over. Okay, there you go. Good job. Good job. I had to trick him with the plate a little bit. Come on, you can do it. There you go. The plate keeps moving. Go ahead. Good job, Ditto. You're a good patient. Let me push it. Let me hold it. Okay. You eat it. Yeah, there's more on here. Here. Good job, Ditto. Good job. You ate almost the whole churu out of my hand. Here. There's just a little left on the plate. Good job, Ditto. You did so good. Ditto, you did so good. Here, I'll hold it. Hold the plate. Good job. High five. High five. Good job. Good job, Ditto. You did it. It's 9:40 p.m. and it's snack time. The other cats had their crunchies, and I'm giving Ditto some tuna. This is some canned tuna. It's just regular people tuna. Because he doesn't really do well eating crunchies because of his issue with his teeth. So he does a lot better on soft food. So I'm giving him some tuna. And I'm going to get this room ready for bed. I'm going to shut the curtains, turn off the lamp, just put a night light on, and I'm going to turn off the TV, and he'll be ready to go to bed. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight because it's been a really long week. It is 7:21 a.m. Good morning, Stella. How are you today? Good morning, Simba. Simba's smelling the air. Good morning, Boo. Boo's watching chipmunk videos on the TV. He loves watching chipmunk videos. Good morning, Ditto. Ditto's relaxing and he's watching mouse videos on this TV. There's chipmunk videos in the other room and mouse videos in this room. How you doing, Ditto? Did you sleep well? Ditto says he slept very well. He's also looking very good and feeling very good.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 8:21 a.m. I just came to give Ditto his breakfast and he was laying on the day sofa, but he jumped underneath it when I came in. So I lifted up the covering and I just gave him his breakfast. Here, eat that. He needs to eat his breakfast. He's getting a scoop of homemade raw food with his medication mixed in. So today is day 7. Tonight will be exactly a week since he's been in this room. And I think he's doing really, really well. He's made a lot of progress with his arm. The reason he's in this room is because of his arm and his limping. And the swelling has gone down. He's not limping anymore. And he's been eating super well the entire time he's been inside. And he's not drooling nearly as much as he was before. And I believe I have about 10 days worth of medication for him. So he'll be on medication for a few more days. And then we'll see how it goes after that. The vet said to keep him, inside for about 2 weeks for recovery. But we're just going to take it day by day and see how it goes. And right now I'm going to go feed the other cats. It's about 15 minutes later. I fed the other cats, and now Ditto's eating the rest of his breakfast, which is another scoop of homemade raw food and one of the Stella and Chewy's chicken patties mixed together with water. So I'm going to let him enjoy this, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Sit. Ditto, sit. All right, that didn't work. It's 3:45 p.m. and I need to give Ditto his afternoon squeeze up. I was out this afternoon, so the cats did not get their 2 p.m. treats. Okay, Ditto, yesterday you ate the squeeze up very nicely out of my hand. Do you remember? Do you remember eating the squeeze up so nicely? Here, you want today's squeeze up? Here you go. Here. Here. Okay, you don't want it that way? Want me to put it on the plate? I'm gonna put it on the plate. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, hold the plate. You know, hold this. Yeah, eat this. Okay, eat the plate. Okay, now. Here. Here, take it from here. Good job, Ditto. Good job. You're doing it. Okay, yeah. You almost got it all. Let me squeeze it. Let me squeeze it. Okay, yeah. You got it. Let me put whatever's left on the plate. There you go. Let me hold the plate. I have to clean up this rug area. It's just I don't want to disturb him. Good job, Ditto. Good job, Ditto. You did it, Ditto. Good job. Good job, Ditto. Did you like that? Did you like that? Was it good? Good job, Dittos. Okay? I'll see you in a little bit, okay? You hang out. You hang out, Ditto. Okay, I'll see you later. Meanwhile, look who's waiting for me outside of the door to the recovery room. These two. I opened the door, Simba was right there, Boo was right near him, and here Stella. They know what's going on. They must have heard me giving Ditto the churu, So now they want one. All right, guys, you'll have your afternoon snack. I thought I was going to be able to skip it today, but nope, they're reminding me. It is about 7:30 p.m. right now. And I just gave Ditto some fresh water. And I scooped out his litter boxes. And I'm giving him the start of his dinner. 1 scoop of homemade raw food with the painkiller mixed in. So it's been a whole week now. Today's the 7th day that he's been on the antibiotics and the painkillers. And he's doing remarkably well. It looks like the swelling is completely gone on his arm. And he has not been limping at all. So I'm glad that that appears to have been healed. And the only thing we got to work on now is just making him more comfortable and less nervous and, hiding less. I'm curious to see what kind of progress I can make with that. Also, he does still sound to be congested. He's always sounded like he has a cough or sneezing, like he has some kind of respiratory congestion. And I would like to see if we could kind of get that out of him. So the antibiotics that he's on can help with that, but I'm really hoping that after the antibiotics are done, I could keep him in this room maybe for another week or two and just work on diet, maybe put some decongestant herbs in his food and see if we could kind of detox that congestion out of him. There you go. All right, Ditto, let me go feed the other cats and I'll be back and I'll give you the rest of your dinner, okay? I also thought I would point out that the catnip is still up here on the shelf. I've not seen Ditto go up here once. So he likes to hang out on top of the day sofa. He likes to hang out under the day sofa. And I've seen him like walk to and from the crate, to and from the litter boxes, just kind of walk around the room a little bit. He has not jumped up on anything other than the day sofa. He has been on such good, polite behavior. Look at that, he's done. I'll take the plate out, Ditto, and I'll come back with the refill, okay? It is 8:18 p.m. I actually gave Ditto his first plate of dinner at around 8:05 today. I don't know where the time has gone. I thought it was 7:30. It was actually 8:05. So here's Boo finishing his food. He likes to finish it here, and we have a routine where he finishes his food and I sit here. Sometimes I'll do some reading, and right now I was scrolling through email messages. Here's Stella and Splash. They like to watch, and if Boo leaves anything on his plate, they will then swoop in and eat it. And here's Simba. Simba was just on the cat tower by the window, and then he jumped down from the cat tower by the window, and I heard that pumping noise. And that's what Simba did. He vomited on the floor. I'm going to have to clean it up, but I just wanted to document it. I'm very thankful that he vomited on the floor and not a rug. Meanwhile, less than a minute after he vomited, he came over here to watch Boo eat because he too is in line in case Boo moves away from his plate, and he will be probably the first one to swoop in and eat what's left. It's about 8:25 right now. I just gave Ditto the second half of his dinner. He's having a scoop of homemade raw food and one of the Primal Raw rabbit nuggets. I mixed them together, mashed them up, I add some water. This room gets really warm during the day. We've had a beautiful sunny day today and yesterday, And this room has gotten really warm both days because the sun hits this window directly. I want to open a window and get some cool air in, but I'm not going to leave Ditto alone in a room with an open window. Okay, you eat, Ditto. I'm going to open the window. It is 10:45 p.m. and look how nicely Ditto is sitting on the day sofa. Ditto, you look so nice. So for a snack tonight, we have some shredded chicken, and then there's a little bit of canned cat food next to it. The other cats are having their crunchies, and Ditto has a difficult time eating crunchies. He's much better eating wet food, and shredded chicken, he's okay with that, and he's okay with tuna. So this is his treat tonight. It's a chicken breast. It's just some shredded chicken breast. I made chicken soup the other day, so it's boiled. It's almost time to get Ditto ready for bed. So the TV turned itself off. I guess it turns itself off after so many hours. He was watching mouse videos all day. And I've shut the curtains. And when he's done, then I'll turn the light off and we'll put a night light on. It'll be time for Ditto to get some sleep. He seems to be perfectly happy and content just laying on this day sofa. So this day sofa is a piece of furniture that I got from World Market a year or two ago. I don't even remember when I got it. And right now it is in its sofa configuration. But both of the sides, this side and that side, they both come down. So the arms, the frames are adjustable. So if I pull it up and out, this side goes down. And then we have a chase lounge. So we have like one side that's like up and the other side's down, and we have a chase lounge. And I could do it the opposite way also. I could put this side down, leave that up, and then we have a chase lounge. And if I want, I could put both sides down, then it makes a flat bed. So that's why it's called a day sofa. So it can be a sofa by day, it can be a chase lounge, and it could also be a bed. And it's actually pretty comfortable. I've slept on it a few times, and it's even comfortable as a chase lounge. On a nice day, it's nice to just lay on it and read a book and take a nap. It's a really nice piece of furniture. I haven't been to World Market in a while, but I would think that they still had it. And these pillows are just some extra pillows that I had. And I have a cover on it just to protect it from the cats and just to keep it cleaner. But the color that it comes in, the cushions, are like an off-white. Oh, good job, Ditto. Ditto ate his whole snack. Yeah, good job. I'm going to take the plate away and clean up after him. And then we're going to get ready for bed, right, Ditto? Right? Yeah. We're going to shut the light, and then you're going to get some good sleep, right? You okay? You're going to stay there, or you're going to hide? Oh, you're going to stay there. What are you doing, Simba? You're not allowed in there, okay? Go do something else for a minute, okay?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It's 3:45 a.m. and I just woke up to a noise in this room. It sounded like something fell. And so I checked the security camera footage, and Ditto must be feeling better because I saw him wandering around the room and exploring. And I saw him jump up onto the shelf near the windows. And I saw him push aside the curtains, and he was hanging out on the windowsill looking out the windows. So he has discovered the windows, and he was walking along the window ledge. And then on the side here, I have the solar cart, and then I have the lamp that you see on its side. And something happened, and he jumped down from the windowsill, and he hit the curtains, which then hit the cart and knocked over the lamp. So it's nothing big that happened, but it made enough noise that it woke me up. So I'm just going to straighten this up, and we'll check on Ditto underneath the day sofa. Ditto, you okay? Are you okay? You feel okay? You hungry? You hungry? You want to go outside? You're starting to feel better now? You want to go outside? This is the time of night that, the cats get restless and they want to go out hunting. This is the first night that Ditto has done this since he's been inside, so. You feel okay? How's your arm? Did you hurt your arm again? He scared himself when he either fell off the windowsill or jumped. So that's why he is under here. It's about 9:45 a.m. right now. I am a little late today because once Ditto woke me up last night, I didn't get back to sleep right away. And then I slept a little longer this morning, so we're a little bit off schedule. I don't know where he is. I just came in the room. I'm assuming he's under the day sofa. So let's lift up the sheets and let's see if he's under there. There he is. He's hanging out. You want some food, Ditto? So today we're having a scoop of the homemade raw food with his meds mixed in. So he is getting the antibiotic and the painkiller. Today is day 8. So last night was the end of day 7, a full week in this room. Now we have to remember that Boo spent 60 days in this room. 60 days. I don't plan on keeping Ditto in this room for 60 days. The vet said 2 weeks, and I'm thinking maybe up to a month. That would be it. So it takes a lot of time and effort to do this, and things are really challenging right now, so we're just taking it one day at a time, and we're going to see how it goes. I've been sitting here a few minutes, and Ditto is finishing his breakfast, or the first part of his breakfast. I'll let him relax a little bit while I feed the other cats, and then I'll be back with the rest of his meal. There you go, Ditto. I'm giving you your second half of your breakfast. You're getting homemade food with some tuna mixed in. I put his food on the floor by the day sofa, but I moved it out about 6 inches. So he's going to have to come out from under the day sofa to eat it. There he goes. And I'm just going to sit here while he's eating. For some reason today, Boo did not want to eat breakfast. He did not come downstairs to eat breakfast when I came up here to give him his food. He didn't want it either. I don't know what's going on with Boo. I don't know if he's stressed out over Ditto or what. I eventually put some, I sprinkled some freeze-dried raw food on top, and I think that enticed him to at least taste it. But he's giving me issues today. My stomach's growling because I haven't eaten anything yet. That's what he was looking at. Did you like your breakfast, Ditto? I hope you enjoyed it. There's still a little bit on the plate, so I'm going to put this on his tray. So Boo is really enjoying the Stella and Chewy's tummy tickling turkey dinner morsels. They're freeze-dried bites, and I've been sprinkling it on top. So he ate half of his food, and now he's eating the other half. And he told me that what's causing him issues today is the garbage trucks. Today is the day that garbage trucks come around, and also the recycling trucks. And he says that, he's been very concerned about those trucks because all the windows in the house are open. The weather's been so beautiful this week. I've pretty much had the windows open all day. So he's really getting all the sights and sounds. It is 10:26 a.m. and I gave Hydrox some food. It's some canned food with some tuna mixed in. And he started eating it. Hopefully he'll go back to eating it. It's 11:29 a.m. and Boo has decided that it is not enough just to watch the mouse videos. He needs to actually hunt the mice and interact with the mice. I don't know what's going on with the cats today, but I'm sitting here trying to get work done, and Simba has been standing up on his hind legs in this cat tower and stretching. I don't know what he's been trying to get up there. Maybe he sees a bug or something, but they're all kind of acting crazy today. I don't know what's going on. It's 4:45 p.m. I want to go in Ditto's room, and I got somebody else who's interested in it also. What are you doing, Simba? You're not allowed in there, okay? Go do something else for a minute, okay? It's 4:45 p.m. I just came into the recovery room, or the rehab room, and here's Ditto. He's hanging out on the day sofa. There's nothing on the TV, so it must have shut itself off. I'm going to give him a squeeze up or a churu, and I haven't had a chance to give him one today. I was just too busy with work to give the cats their 2 p.m. snack. Is he going to go under this day sofa? Yep, there he goes. No? You want your churu? So I have the churu here, and I actually have a ceramic plate, and I want to put this up by the window because he can lay up by the window. He can lay on the shelf where Boo used to lay. I don't think he knows that, and he can look out the window. I just put it up here on the shelf, so we will see if he finds it. He went under the day sofa, so I'm just going to leave it here. We'll see what he does. Okay, so Ditto did not want to eat the squeeze up on the shelf. I left him here alone with it for a while, and I just moved it to the day sofa. He really likes hanging out on the day sofa. I'm kind of debating whether I should put one side of the arms down. He probably feels safe and secure with, like, the 3 sides, one arm back, the other arm. And I'm thinking if I put this side down, he would have a better way to get up to the shelf. So I might do that, but I'm just going to wait until he eats his squeeze up. I'm sorry, his churu. The other cats are having an early dinner right now. Today is fish day for them, so I opened up a can of salmon and venison. And that's what they're having. It's an absolutely beautiful day today, not a cloud in the sky. Sunny, warm, about 80 degrees. It's like perfect weather. Right, Ditto? I wish I was at the beach. Right, Ditto? You want to go to the beach with me? You think you'd want to go to the beach? Ditto says he has no idea what that is. Is he gonna hide? Yeah, we ain't gonna hide. So this is what I just did with the day sofa. I just pulled the arm down on the right side. I moved the towel over to cover more of the bottom. So now he could hang out on here, and it's an easy stretch from here to there. I mean, he could go from here to there to there. He has options. It is 7:55 p.m. and I just gave Ditto his dinner. So he's having 2 scoops of the homemade raw food with some water mixed in and a little bit of tuna. And once again, I put it about 6 inches outside of the day sofa. So he was under the day sofa and he just came out to eat. I did not put any painkillers in this because he seems to be much better than he was a week ago. His arm seems to be healed, and you know, he's acting fine again. He was drooling a bit a little while ago today, so there is more work to be done on his mouth, but that's what the antibiotics can help with. And I believe he has a few more days left on the antibiotics. I think they gave us 10 days. So what I would like to do is keep him on it for the full 10 days, take a day off, and then start giving him some herbs, some herbal formulas, to see if we could further heal his body. The truth of the matter is that antibiotics suppress symptoms. They don't encourage the body to rid itself of issues. They just suppress symptoms. And what I would like to do is start detoxing this cat and see what kind of results can be possible. Cats are the hardest animals to detox because their diet must consist of meat and animal protein, and it makes it very difficult to do that. But I'm just curious to see if we can notice a positive difference. So right now, that's my tentative plan. Once again, I am only taking it one day at a time. That can change. And I'm just kind of thinking out loud. So right now he's enjoying his dinner, and we'll see how tonight goes. It's probably like 8:30 or 9 o'clock right now, and I just opened up a brand new wand toy for Ditto. This kind of wand toy that has like all kinds of different attachments. And I put this attachment on it because it has feathers and I thought he would like it, and it's a small attachment. Some of the attachments are really big. But what he did was he went under the day sofa. But he is kind of watching the toy when I move it around and stuff, so that's a good sign. But he doesn't really want to play with it. And I hear the other cats on the other side of the door. They really want to play. So I'm going to go give them some playtime and I'll let Ditto relax. It's about 10:45 right now, and I'm just about to give Ditto his snack. He's having a little bit of canned food, and he's having some shredded chicken. You smell it, Ditto? That's some of the shredded boiled chicken. The other cats had crunchies a little while ago. And Ditto's getting his snack now. I think he really likes this day sofa with the other arm down because he has really been stretching out on it, like a lot. He's so spoiled right now. I hope he has a good night tonight. So last night, after he jumped at the window and then knocked some stuff over, I did put the TV on for him so he could watch videos, and he seemed to like that, and he just kind of hung out on the day sofa and relaxed and watched videos. So I might do that again today. I turned the sound down and just let him watch some mice or some birds. He's a very nice cat. I just wish he would, relax more and be more open to interactions. He's been eating phenomenally well. He has not been finicky. Whatever I give him, he eats. He's very happy to eat. And he's really happy to lay on this day sofa. He's been very happy to use the litter boxes. He has not been complaining much at all. So that's been a good thing. And yeah, he's been remarkably content. Right, Ditto? Here, let me push this over. He's also been super nice to me. I mean, other than hiding under the day sofa, he hasn't hissed at me. He hasn't tried to swat me at all. He's just been really nice. And I hope I didn't jinx anything by saying that, but yeah. Other than being fearful, which is, a given for a feral cat, he's been on his absolute best behavior. So with the shredded chicken, first I shredded it, and then I took a knife and I chopped it up. So the pieces are really small. I wanted to make it easy for him to eat them. Ditto just used the litter box while I was standing here, so that's a good sign. He might be, getting less nervous. It's about 11:30 p.m. and I'm just about to get ready for bed, and I had to put mouse videos on for Boo. That's what he's watching right now. I told him no sound, but he could watch the videos. This is his new thing. And Stella and Splash are watching also. Looks like Splash might be going to bed soon also, but Stella is definitely watching the mice.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 7:30 a.m. and I put the mice video on for Boo again because he told me he wanted to watch it. So last night, what happened was I put the mouse video on for him before I went to bed, and then like an hour or two later, he showed up in the bedroom. And he no longer had interest in it, so then I shut it off. But this morning, he wanted me to put it back on, so I put it back on for him, and he is just glued to it. Here he is. He does not want to take his eyes off of that mouse. This is his new favorite video. Meanwhile, Splash is trying to get some licks out of Stella. Good morning, Splash. Good morning, Stella. It is almost 9 a.m. I just fed all the other cats, and here's Ditto's food. He's under the day sofa right now. So I would like him to come out to eat. Hey, Ditto, what you doing down there? What you doing down there, Ditto? Come and eat your breakfast, okay? Come on, you can do it. Eat your breakfast, Ditto. It's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you. Eat it. So one thing I noticed today is that there are some tufts of hair on this towel, so I don't know if he's been grooming himself or what, but I'll have to check the security cameras to see. Alright, I just moved it closer to him. This has the antibiotic in it. So today would be day 9. And when he finishes this, then I'll give him the rest of his breakfast. And there's the rest of Ditto's breakfast. So he had 1 scoop of homemade food with his meds. And after he takes that, then I give him another scoop of homemade food. And this one has a Stella and Chewy's chicken patty mixed in. So he is getting very substantial meals on this rehab program. It is 9:15 a.m. right now, and Hydrox is very hungry. He's on his second plate of food, so he goes through phases. Sometimes he's not eating much, and then other times he's very hungry. So today he's having a very big breakfast. The weather is nice and warm. It's probably around 75 degrees right now, and it's kind of hazy today, so maybe we're going to be getting some rain later. Usually he likes to eat a very big meal before we get like rain or a storm. It is about 2:10 p.m. and I'm here in the rehab room with Ditto, and I'm going to give him a squeeze up if he'll eat it. He's been happily relaxing underneath the day sofa all morning. Okay, come on. Here you go. Put a little on here. Here. Here's a squeeze up. Eat it from the squeeze up tube. The churu, excuse me. There. There. Okay, let me move this over. Let me push it up. Here you go. Here's more. Here's more. Okay, just here. You want it in there? Okay, good job, Ditto. Good job, you got it all. There, there's a little bit left. You could have it on the plate. Here, I'll hold the plate. I'll hold the plate. Okay. Okay, good job, Ditto. Good job. Good job. You got all your squeeze up. It is 7 p.m. and I was sitting here and relaxing for a few minutes before I have to start the evening cat chores. I give them fresh water, and then I scoop out the litter, and then I give them dinner. Hello, Stella. And I've been doing yard work this afternoon, and this morning I ran a bunch of errands, so it's been a very busy day. And so I was really enjoying the few minutes that I was sitting here, relaxing, when all of a sudden I heard that noise. I heard that pumping noise. And it was coming from the hallway, not too far from where I'm sitting right now. And I turned and I looked, and it was Stella. And she was pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. And I was like, what is she gonna throw up because she hasn't eaten anything? They didn't eat dinner yet, so the last thing she ate was like a little snack, probably around 2 p.m. Right now it's 7. Then I said, oh, it's a hairball, it has to be a hairball. Now, the cats that I grew up with, when they were coughing up a hairball, they hacked. Like, it was like a hacking cough that you would hear. But with these cats, they don't do that. They just make that pumping noise, like that regurgitation noise. So it took Stella quite a few pumps to get the hairball up, but she got the hairball up. And there it is. It looks really disgusting. There's also some vomit, and she, of course, did it on the rug. So now I get to clean this up before I get to do the other cat chores. So, yeah, fun times. It is 7:47 p.m. I love how light it is out at this hour. We only have one more month of days getting longer, and then they start getting shorter again. So this is definitely my favorite time of year. And I just wanted to show you Hydrox. So here he is. He's looking really good. Look how nice his fur looks. And today he had a giant breakfast, which I filmed part of. And then he spent the majority of his day hanging out under a car in my driveway because it stays nice and cool under there. And right now he's hanging out on the patio. I'll give him a little bit of food, but I don't know if he's going to eat it because he had such a big breakfast. But he's really happy. He doesn't miss Ditto as much as most people probably think he misses Ditto. He always looked out for Ditto and, called him around for dinner and meals. But other than mealtime, he never really hung out with Ditto. So they're like friends, but they weren't like buddies that hung out all day. So Hydrox wants to let everyone know that he's doing fine. And, it's only very recently, over the past few months, that Ditto's been coming by for meals with Hydrox. So he says it's really no different than how things have always been for him throughout his life. And he's very happy that Ditto has been getting help with his leg. And he'd like to see Ditto again. And he just wants Ditto to feel better, because Hydrox looks out for Ditto. Right, Hydrox? It is 8:07 p.m. and this is the first half of Ditto's dinner. I don't know if he'll come out to eat it. Right now he's hanging out underneath the day sofa. There's Ditto. It's pretty dark under there. I have the exposure cranked, so he's okay. What happened was, maybe 15 minutes ago, I vacuumed this room. So he was hanging out on top of the day sofa, but once I walked in with the vacuum, and I have one of the Dyson, I don't know what they really call it, like the stick vacuum. I have the Dyson Animal V6. It's like a stick vacuum, and I walked in with it, and he saw it, and then he went under the day sofa, which is fine because then I was able to vacuum up as much as I could. Did not do a perfect job, but I would say I got about 90% of the litter and stuff up off the ground. And so he's doing good. It's the first time I ran a vacuum in here. I also took the beige towel off of the day sofa. Right now it is in the laundry and I put the white towel back on it. This has already been laundered and there's a little bit of catnip on it because this is the towel that was by the window shelf, which is right behind me now. And I put another brown towel on this window shelf. If he wants to go up here and use this, he can sit up there. But I just wanted to replace the towels, and this is the towel I had rolled up in front of the door in the hallway. And while I was showing you the towels, he came out to eat, so hopefully he'll come back out to eat. See, he's right there. Ditto is now eating his second plate of food. He's getting homemade raw food with some Stella and Chewy's chicken patty mixed in. And I'm sitting here right now as he eats. I put some food outside for Hydrox. I don't know if Hydrox is going to eat it. And Boo is eating his food in the living room. He likes to finish his food there. And once Ditto is done, I am going to finish cleaning up, the cat food bowls. And then I would like to hang out in this room with Ditto for a little while. I wanted to do it earlier today, but the hours just got away from me. So I'd like to maybe try to do that tonight if I can. If not, I'd definitely like to do it tomorrow. It was much easier to spend time with Boo when he was in this room because he was much more comfortable with me. See how Ditto just retreated back under the day sofa? So Boo was very comfortable with me. I could sit on the day sofa and Boo would sit next to me. So that was a big difference because I feel like, well, if I'm sitting here and Ditto's just hiding under the sofa, it's kind of a waste. But maybe it's not. It would help him get more comfortable with me. The other difference is that this crate and this desk were not in here. So there was a bit more room. And I also did not have the live stream set up that I currently have in the corner behind me, with a monitor and a laptop and the security camera DVR. So that's also taking up space. So there's a bit less space in this room right now than when Boo was in here. Boo had a cat tower in here. That was the difference. But that was because Boo used to first use the shelves, and because he was using the shelves so much, that's why I put the cat tower in. So right now Ditto has not even used the shelves. It's about 10:10 p.m. right now, and the other cats are having crunchies. And I just gave Ditto some chicken. This is some boiled chicken. I chop it up pretty small for him. Here he is. He's emerging from underneath the day sofa. I've been sitting here about an hour. And at one point, Ditto popped his head out from under the day sofa and he looked at me. And then he went back. But I've just been sitting here, browsing the web on my iPad. Hey Ditto, eat your food. And watching mouse videos. And, just trying to see what Ditto would do. There's a lot of noise outside tonight. Sounds like one of the neighbors might be having a gathering. I have the window open, probably like a half inch, just to get some fresh air in. I had the air conditioning on for a little while today because it was almost 90 degrees today. And this room gets really warm. Right now this room is probably about 5 degrees warmer than the rest of the house. One thing I did notice as I was sitting here is that Ditto sneezed quite often, and he still seems to have some congestion. It does sound like it might be loosening up though, which is good, because the goal would be to get the congestion out. I would want him to like cough it up or sneeze it out, that kind of stuff. So he's enjoying his chicken. Good job, Ditto. Good job. He still has not played with the snacky mouse at all. So when he eats like this, right now he's about a foot away from me. I don't want to try to pet him because I don't want to freak him out. I'm just, letting him trust me. See. There he goes, back under. So I am going to get him ready for bed. Basically, I'm going to put the plate aside. I'm going to turn down the sheets, shut the light, put a night light on, and we'll be good to go. Okay, Ditto. I'm going to go to bed, okay? So you hang out. You have a good night, okay?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 9:30 a.m. and I just gave Ditto his breakfast. He's having a scoop of homemade raw food with water mixed in and his last dose of the Veriflux. So I'm so happy. Today is day 10 for that, so then he's done. He has been hanging out under the day sofa this morning. So I looked at the security camera footage, and last night he was hanging out on top of the day sofa for a while. So after I left his room, he eventually went on top of the day sofa. He hung out there until probably about 2:30 in the morning. Then he jumped down, used the litter box, and went under the day sofa. Maybe it's cooler under there for him. It's right now it is 77 degrees in this room, which to me is not hot at all. It's nice and cool in here. I normally keep my thermostat at like 80, 81. I really enjoy warm weather. And when cats are living outside, they deal with all kinds of weather extremes. So I'm not worried about Ditto getting too hot at 80 degrees. So when I walked in the room this morning, it looked like he was poking around the tray of food. There were 2 plates left from yesterday, and it looks like he was poking around there looking for some food. So that's why I put his food on the tray. He's no longer limping. He doesn't need breakfast in bed, and it's good for him to come out from under the day sofa. Right, Ditto? Right, Ditto? You could come out. Come on. So I think what happened is that yesterday the vacuum really freaked him. So that's why he's been spending more time under the day sofa. So I'm going to give him a nice day of relaxation today. And then tomorrow, I'm thinking, again, I'm just thinking out loud, this could totally change. I'm thinking of maybe putting the gates in the door, like floor-to-ceiling door gates, like I did for Boo, and allowing the cats to see each other through the gates. Now, when I did it for Boo, it was part of his integration strategy. I knew I would be integrating him with the other cats, and I wanted to do it very gradually. He was also quarantined for 60 days to be separate from the other cats. So by putting the gates in the door, they could be together yet separate. And when I put gates from top to bottom, they can't fight with each other, which is good. They can smell each other, they can interact a little bit, but they're not going to be able to attack each other. So I'm thinking of doing that with Ditto, just because it would help with more airflow in this room. And I'm just really curious to see what kind of interaction might occur. I also want to start giving Ditto some decongestant herbs, specifically mullein. I've used that in the past for situations like Ditto's. I've used it on myself. It works really great. It's an expectorant, so it gets stuff up. It helps to eliminate any kind of respiratory congestion. But I don't want to do that until he's off the antibiotics. So I think what I'm going to do is, today's his last day on the antibiotics, and then give him a day off, and then the day after that, put some herbs in his food. So that is the plan so far. Most likely it will change. One other thing that I would like to mention is that he has been grooming himself. So he was grooming himself last night. I saw that on the cameras also, and that would explain why there's fur on this towel and there was fur on yesterday's towel. It's because he has been grooming himself. It is 10:05 a.m. and Ditto ate his first plate of food. It looks like he also used the litter box. This is the other litter box he used last night. I just gave him the rest of his breakfast, which is 2 more scoops of homemade raw food with water mixed in. I hear him sniffing under the day sofa. I'm not even out of the door yet. Not even out of the door yet, and he's coming out. But he waits until he hears me starting to leave. So I'll finish leaving because I have to clean up. It is 10:12 a.m. I just gave Hydrox some food, so he's having Boo's leftover breakfast. Boo did not finish his breakfast. He ate about 2/3 of it. And so Hydrox is having the rest of it, and I gave him some canned food. And it looks like he's eating it. If he eats it all, I'll give him some more. Yesterday he really didn't eat his dinner because he had a giant breakfast, and maybe he just wants to eat breakfast once a day. It's 5:30 p.m. and here's Boo. He's been relaxing in the cat tower by the open window. It is an absolutely beautiful day out. I've been outside painting chairs. I have some old chairs that I'm painting white because they look much better white than what they were, so it's been taking me all afternoon and I'm not done yet. Here's Stella. I don't know where she's been hanging out, but she recently came over to say hello to me. You gonna kiss your girlfriend, Boo? Boo, kiss your girlfriend. No, you'd rather lay down? Okay. Let's check on Ditto. Here's Ditto. He's been under the day sofa all day. I think it's because the floor is cooler, even though today is not as hot as yesterday. I just looked at the temperature and it's actually 84 degrees in the house right now. So I did put the air conditioning on to cool it down to about 79. And here's Simba. And the cats did not have an afternoon snack today. They had no afternoon snack because I've been outside working. So they're all kind of hanging out because they're probably hungry. But you guys are not going to eat yet because I want to finish what I'm doing, all right? I got a little bit of paint left in the can. I have like a quart of chalk paint. And I want to finish what I'm doing. I have like half of a chair left, okay, guys? Once I finish the rest of the chair, then I'm going to clean that up and then we could have dinner, okay? I'm running a bit late with everything today. I just put some bird videos on for the cats and Simba's trying to eat the cardinal. Simba, what you doing? He's looking behind the TV. He's going to get those birds. Remember, Simba is the reverse engineer. He tries to see how things work. And he saw Boo do this. He saw Boo jump up here. The cats never jump up here, but Boo did recently. So that's why Simba did it. He wanted to show Boo, look, Boo, I could do what you do too. And neither of them were very successful at hunting the animal that's on the screen. Stella's watching the birds. They love sitting on the scratch and roll with the arch. It is 6:52 p.m. and I just gave Ditto his dinner. So he's getting the first half of his dinner right now. He's getting a scoop of homemade raw food with like half of one of the Stella and Chewy's chicken patties mixed in. And he'll get the same thing in a little while if he eats all of this. There's a bit of a litter mess here because I just scooped out the litter. He's been using both litter boxes. Right now, he is relaxing on the day sofa. He's been relaxing here for the past hour or two. Otherwise, he spent the majority of the day underneath the day sofa. And I hope he goes and eats his food. Hydrox is outside underneath the house. I don't know where he was hanging out today. It was pretty hot out, so I don't know if he was in the shelter or if he was under the car or what, but he's outside. And yeah, I'm gonna go feed the other cats their dinner and then I'll be back. Hello, Ditto. How are you? You look so handsome today, Ditto. Do you know how handsome you are, Ditto? You know how handsome you are? Ditto said he knows. He says he knows. He's been working on it. He's been grooming himself. Right? Yeah. He says he's been grooming himself. He is just hanging out right now. I think he's getting a nice breeze here from the air conditioning. The air conditioning's on. All right, Ditto, you gonna eat your food? Ditto says he's not eating his dinner until I leave the room. Okay. You want me to leave the room before you eat? Yeah? Yeah? You still afraid of me, Dittos? Don't be afraid of me, Dittos. I'm nice to you. I healed your leg. I helped you heal it, right? Right? We went to the vets. And we put you on meds. And I gave you so much food. I gave you so much nice food to eat, right? And I gave you a comfortable bed to lay on. Right? Yeah. And the people at the vets were nice to you. They gave you your very own carrier. Hydrox doesn't even have a carrier, but you have a carrier, right? And they gave you 2 towels. And then I got you a nice new round bed from Target. You only used it one day. And I got you a brand new litter box for the crate, right? You got it made, Ditto. You've been living like a luxury cat. You got like a hotel room here, right, Ditto? Right, Ditto? You're living in like a hotel room. Ditto says he got it good. He got it good. Go eat your food, Ditto. So right now I'm sitting here probably about 2 feet away from Ditto. And it's very nice that he's letting me sit here. He's not hiding underneath the day sofa, so that's very nice. I'm very tempted to reach out and pet him or even to grab a brush and try to brush him. But I'm not going to do it because I don't want to freak him out and then have him hide again. So I'm just going to hang out here. I actually have to still feed the other cats, but I just reset the, I have a webcam recording Ditto. So I have documentation, right, Ditto? And I just reset that. So I had it underneath the day sofa. And that's why I'm sitting here, to reset it. Okay, Ditto, I'll let you eat and I'll be back, okay? I'll see you later. It's about 15 or 20 minutes later, and Ditto did not eat his food off of the tray. So I just moved it onto the day sofa next to him, and now he's eating his food. So I'll be back in a little while. It is 11:09 p.m. and I just brought a snack in here for Ditto. It is a churro. I think it's tuna and salmon, or salmon and shrimp. I know it's fish-based. So Ditto has been relaxing under the day sofa. And the other cats just got some crunchies, so I'm giving Ditto a churro. He left a little bit of his dinner on the plate, not much, but a little bit. I'm letting him push the plate because it's bringing him farther and farther out from under the day sofa. Good job, Ditto. Good job. You had your snack. Did you like it? Did you enjoy your snack? We're going to get ready for bed soon, okay? Yeah, there's mice on the TV. I put the mouse video on for you. Oh, you can't watch it from under the day sofa because you can't see the TV from down there. You going to come out? You want to come out? Ditto, would you like to come out? No? You still just want to hang out under there? I was sitting here and I'm getting a nice breeze through the window. It's open less than an inch, but it's a nice cool breeze. Okay, you're done? You think you're done? Alright, I'll put your plate aside, okay? Someone's in the hallway. I can hear the floor creaking. Okay, good job, Ditto. Good job. I just shut the light, and right now there's just the night light and the light from the TV. The TV will stay on for a few hours until it shuts off. And Ditto is still under the day sofa. I just put the sheets down. He can come out if he wants to. Good night, Ditto. Sweet dreams.
Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 7:06 a.m. What's going on here? Splash and Stella are sleeping in the cat beds by the window. They're looking very comfy though. Boo slept on the bed all night. Now he wants me to put mice videos on the TV for him. Good morning, Simba. Simba's hanging out by an open window. He's smelling the air. Yesterday, Boo had his claws in the screen. He was laying here last night, probably around 10. And all of a sudden I heard noises like, what kind of noise do I hear? and it was Boo. He had his claws in the screen. Thankfully, he didn't rip it. So that was good. Because Grandpa has had to replace one of the screens already, right? Right, Simba? Simba, you're so fluffy. You're so fluffy, Simba. Here's Ditto. Good morning, Ditto. How you doing, Ditto? I have to look at the security camera footage and see what he did last night, if he was hanging out by the windows or what. It is 9:20 a.m. and Ditto's been hanging out here on the day sofa this morning. He's looking really comfortable. I put a plate of food up here by the window for him. I don't know if he'll eat it here though. Ditto, you want to play? Would you like to play, Ditto? No? You don't want to play? No? Okay. It's about 20 minutes later, and Ditto's still under the day sofa, so I just lifted up the sheets, and now he is eating his breakfast. So he's getting homemade raw food, and raw food for cats usually does not have the same aroma that canned food has. So maybe he did not see that it was on the tray where I had it, and he also did not smell it, even though cats have really good senses of smell. We know he's dealing with congestion, as we just saw. Today's the first day he's not getting any meds in his breakfast. No meds, just food. I did put some multivitamin drops in it, so that's good. I just want to make sure he's getting really good nutrition. Okay, so now he's eating, so I'll be back in a little while, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's about 10 a.m. and I just made a chicken waffle for the cats. I was curious to see if they would like it. And Boo just ate a piece of it, so I just gave him another piece. This is a bigger piece. And it's made out of 2 ingredients. It's made out of chicken and an egg. And I put in the waffle maker. It was pre-cooked chicken. So it was some boiled chicken that I had left over from when I made some chicken soup. And it was so easy and simple to make. And there's Stella and Simba. They came out looking. You like that, Boo? It's a waffle. Is it too big? You need a smaller pieces? Will Simba eat it? He's smelling it. He's saying, what is that over there? You going to eat it, Simba? He's thinking about it. He says he doesn't want Boo to get mad at him. There you go, Simba. You could smell it. You don't want it? You gonna finish it, Boo? I just put it outside for Hydrox. Is Hydrox gonna eat it? Hydrox already had like 2 plates of food. I'll give him some more canned food. It is 10:49 a.m. and Hydrox is on like his 4th plate of food. He's so hungry this morning. Here, you want a snack? Ditto, you want it? Come on. Here. Alright, I'll give you the whole thing because I don't really have a whole lot of time right now. Here. I just gave you a whole churro. It's about 2 p.m. Is he gonna eat it? I don't know if he's gonna eat it, but I'll leave it here for him. This room needs to be vacuumed again. Here he comes. You want me to hold it for you? Here. There you go. Good? Good, Ditto? You good? So this is the plate that I just gave Ditto the squeeze up on, and I don't know if you could see it, but there is a little bit of blood on the plate. So I'm assuming that's coming from his mouth. Maybe he has some kind of inflammation in his mouth, an ulceration, something like that. It just appears to be a few splashes of bloody saliva, which I would have hoped the antibiotic would have taken care of, but we'll see what we could do for him. I do have him on all soft foods. It is 4 p.m. and I have another snack for Ditto. This is half of a chicken churro, and it looks green because I mixed in some herbs with it. So I have a little bit of olive leaf extract, some acidophilus, and also some nettle. I've been doing some research on stomatitis, and I came across some information with regards to the olive leaf extract in cats with FIV. So the question now is, will he eat this? Some people are saying that when you try to mix it into food, they won't eat it because, it has kind of a strong taste. So we'll see. I'm going to back up and we'll see if he'll come and eat it. So the olive leaf extract acts as a natural antibiotic, as an anti-inflammatory, as an antiviral. It does all kinds of good things. I have actually been on it myself for the past few weeks, and I've been taking it for my digestion, and it's been helping a lot. So that's why I thought, let me look into it and see if cats can take it. And sure enough, it came up that cats with FIV, that we know Ditto has, can greatly benefit from it. So that's why I thought I would see if he would eat it. And then he's been on antibiotics, so I wanted to give him some acidophilus, which is a probiotic, to try to replenish any good bacteria that the antibiotics might have killed off. And then I have the nettle in there for its nutritive properties. There are a lot of really healthy minerals in it. And it also has some detoxifying properties and just alkalizing properties. So I just wanted to see if he would eat it, and he looks like he ate most of it. What I've been reading about is the conventional way to deal with stomatitis, which is to basically remove all of a cat's teeth and then hope for the best. Without removing the teeth, it's a lot of antibiotics and steroids, and it's not healthy at all. And I've been also reading that quite a few people say that even after the cat's teeth are all removed, the mouth is still inflamed and it still has a lot of sores and there's still a lot of issues. So coming from a holistic health perspective, we know that it is a systemic issue, meaning it's a full body issue. It's just manifesting in the mouth, but the entire body really needs to be treated and not just the mouth. Specifically the entire lymphatic system of the cat. So that's why I would like to see if we could take a whole body approach to making this better for Ditto. And to do that, it's more rest for him. It's a continued healthy diet, and then it's adding supplements that are going to support his entire body and his entire immune system and his entire lymphatic system versus just antibiotics that are going to suppress specific symptoms. So that's the difference there. Again, I researched a little bit when Ditto first came back from the vet, but I haven't really had a whole lot of time to really dig in. But now that he's off the meds, I definitely want to start adding more herbs. And I did do an herb order a few days ago, specifically for the cat. So they're glycerin-based tinctures. There's no alcohol in them. And I was concentrating on really clearing up his congestion, but I did get some for overall health, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm thinking if I mix these herbs into his meal, they will be more diluted and the flavor will not be as strong as mixing them into half of a churro. Alright, let's see if Boo will eat the other half of the churro with some herbs mixed in. Now Boo's FIV positive also. And he does have issues with his teeth also. He has not been diagnosed with stomatitis, but the last time he went to the vet said that he has some tooth resorption going on. And it's really frustrating taking cats to the vets because the vets, they like to diagnose things and then they like to prescribe things to treat the symptoms, but they never tell you how to eliminate the cause. They don't even know what causes things. Everything is idiopathic, meaning of unknown cause. So it looks like Boo's enjoying it. What I did was I have a very small jar, a tiny little jar, and I opened a capsule of each of the herbs and I put them in the jar. It is almost 8 p.m. and I just came into Ditto's room to put the pillowcases back on the pillows. So I took all the dirty pillowcases off the pillows and I washed them. And I also took the towel that was on the shelf, and that's the towel that is on the day sofa now that he's laying on. So I have a clean towel to put on here also. Is he gonna go under the day sofa? Okay, there he goes. The pillows are back on the day sofa. They all came out nice and clean. There's still a little bit of a stain on one of them, but that should come out soon. And then here's the other towel, and now I have to start on the cat chores. I have to change all the water, litter, and then the cats will eat dinner. And what I'm realizing is that maybe I should put a fell-away diffuser in this room, or feel-away, however you say that. I've had mixed results with that in the past, but it can help cats relax. And, you know, I mean, Ditto's relaxed, but it would be nice if he was more relaxed. And I might also have a pet remedy diffuser, which I've used in the past also. So I have to see what I have, and if I don't have anything, maybe I'll go buy something. If not today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah. I'm going to put more mice videos on for Ditto if he wants to come out and watch those, but he seems to be doing well. It is 8:32 p.m. and I just gave Ditto the first half of his dinner. So he's getting 2 scoops of homemade food and one of the Stella and Chewy's chicken patties, all mixed together with some water. And I put some more of the herb mixture in his dinner. So we'll see how he does with that. Right now, Boo is eating his food in the living room, and there are 3 other cats just waiting for him to walk away from his plate so that they can swoop in and eat what's on his plate. So I'm going to go watch and see what's going on there. Simba has a hairball. He almost just coughed one up. But that's okay because I went and I bought new cleanup spray at Petco today because I'm all out. And as long as he pukes it up on the floor, I'm happy. They could puke on the floor and there's no problem. It's just when they puke on a rug that the cleanup is, you know, more involved. It is 8:43 p.m. and I just gave Ditto the second half of his dinner. And as I was putting it on the plate, he was coming out to get it. So that's really good for Ditto. Little small bits of progress is what we want to do. Right, Dittos?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
I would like to give a shout out to April, C.R. Barboni, Danielle Cuffroad, and Debbie Kirby. Thank you so much for your patronage this month and your generous support. It's 7:30 a.m. I just put the cat charmer video on for Stella because I'm watching a video on my iPad and she was like wanting to watch a video herself. So I just gave her this. It's not on her typical tablet. The cats have their own tablet and this is not their tablet. So she's having a different reaction than she normally has. It is 8:55 a.m. and Ditto's having some breakfast. And I put some herbs in his meal. Olive leaf extract, some acidophilus, some nettle, And today I added some glutamine powder. Glutamine powder is really helpful to heal like the mucus lining of your digestive system. And obviously your mouth is part of your digestive system. So we'll see how that goes. I did do some research yesterday. It is okay for cats to have all of these. And I looked into quantities, and so I'm giving him probably like a fifth of a capsule. You okay, Ditto? So here's Boo, and he needs to finish his breakfast, but this is what he likes. He likes to finish it here with an audience, so I have to sit here and watch him, and the other cats sit here and wait for him, because if he leaves his plate, they're going to swoop in and try to eat it. So right now Boo is telling me he wants a topping, so I take one of the Stella and Chewy freeze-dried bites, which I have in my hand, and I sprinkle it on his food. Eat that, Boo. So now he'll eat it. Didn't you guys have enough breakfast? Didn't you have enough breakfast? Hey, Ditto, would you like some more food over here? You want me to give you some food? Want the rest of your breakfast? It's right here. Ditto, you want to eat your food? See, I had to move the camera for him to come over and eat it. It's about 9:45 a.m. and I just wanted to bust out laughing while I just filmed that. Simba is so funny. And Splash is so funny. The two of them are just hilarious together. I was in the other room and I heard like a meow, and it was a strange meow. So I said, something's going on. And I walked in the room and saw that, so I had my camera in my hand and I just started filming. That was a display of dominance on Simba's part. He was saying to Splash, I dominate you. He was not trying to mate with Splash. It is 12:45 p.m. and this is how Simba is sleeping in the penthouse, or he's relaxing in the penthouse. Half in and half out. Hello, Simba. And here's Stella. She's taking a nap on the bed also. It is 2:30 p.m. Here you go, Ditto. And I'm giving Ditto a churro as a treat. And I really want to see if I'm going to notice any blood on the plate. Yesterday I noticed some bloody saliva on the plate. And I just want to see how he's doing today. He's been on herbs for the past 24 hours. And I want to see if it has helped. So I noticed this when I came in the room, and here's some fur. So it looks like he's been grooming himself. I will check the security camera to see if he was indeed grooming himself, but that's how it appears to me. There's also some on the floor here, some on the floor here. I don't know what's going on under here. Everything looks pretty clear. Okay, let me hold that, Ditto. He lets me hold the plate when he eats. Okay? Here. Here. Oh, here. Eat that. Okay, so he finished the churro, but as we just saw, I don't know if you were able to see it on the camera, so when he was eating the churro, there was no bloody saliva, but then when he was sneezing, there's some blood coming out. So yeah, I'm wondering if it's coming from like a sinus infection. More so than his mouth. It could be that it's coming from his mouth, and then as he was sneezing it, he was just expelling it from his mouth. It could be that he has a sore in his mouth, like farther back in his mouth. So, yesterday, he was just eating, and I saw the blood. So today, it was from coughing or sneezing. It's about 3:45 p.m. right now, and I just dug out my humidifier. I have not seen this thing in years. I had it on a storage shelf downstairs, so I just rinsed it off, made sure it's all clean, and I filled it up with some filtered water, and I just turned it on, so I'm waiting for it to heat up and start working. So I've been researching nosebleeds in cats and sneezing blood, and I just wanted to see what information was out there. The most common cause is an upper respiratory tract infection, which I've been saying that Ditto had congestion for quite a while now, even when he was outside. So to me, evidence would point to that. Also, the fact that the vet said that he does have stomatitis, which is inflammation of the mouth and the gums, and you could have bleeding gums and sores in your mouth and that kind of stuff. Which would also cause, spitting out blood when you sneeze, something like that. And because of that, one of the things mentioned is to try to keep the airway passages moist, and using a humidifier can help with that. This is the humidifier that I used to use all the time when I used to get sick. I used to get sick like multiple times a year. I used to get bronchitis every winter, and then it was like every single time I traveled, I would either get sick while I was traveling or get sick when I came back. So I would have cold and flu symptoms at least 2 to 4 times a year. And between 2015 and 2017, I did a 2-year detoxification, and I've not been sick once since then. So seeing this humidifier is like bringing back all kinds of like bad memories from the past, but I'm pretty thankful that I've gotten past that and I've been able to detox all that congestion out of my system. So I'm hoping maybe it could also help do that for Ditto. I just turned it on to high and now I do hear a noise, so hopefully it will start dispensing steam. And I have had a temperature and humidity gauge in this room. The temperature in the room right now is 77 degrees and the humidity is 38%. So let's see if we can get the humidity up a little bit. It's 3:46 p.m. I also just moved this carrier down here from where it was on top of the table, which is on top of the crate. But I think I'm going to move this to a different part of the room because it's kind of like in the way of everything here, like the door that's on it. The thing is, if I wanted to get Ditto back to a vet, I don't know how I would get him in the carrier because it's not like I could just pick him up and put him in there. Maybe I would be able to tempt him into the crate, but I don't see how I would be able to get this big crate to a vet's office. I mean, even if I have someone help me lifting up the crate and everything, I mean, this is way too big to walk into a vet's office with. So we're just gonna keep options open right now. Okay, this actually works better. I moved the crate over here to the other side of the room, and even with the door open, it's just blocking like this area that leads to the live stream computer and then the live stream hard drive and the monitor. So Ditto does not need to go over there, so it's okay if the door blocks access to that. And what I want to do is I want to go find the towel that was in the crate. When they first put Ditto in the crate, they also gave him a towel in that crate. I'm going to get the towel, I'm going to put some pet remedy on it, and I'm going to put the towel in the crate. And if Ditto happens to go into the crate, and I know I should not be saying this out loud because cats understand when you talk, but if a certain cat should happen to go into this crate and hang out in there, all I have to do is shut the door and then I could easily take him wherever I would need to take him. So that would be a good option. Okay, the humidifier is on, and if I put my hand up here, I can feel steam coming out, so we'll see if this helps at all. How are you doing, Ditto? You feeling okay? I hope you're doing okay, Ditto. You doing okay there? So other than sneezing and coughing, Ditto is not exhibiting like any other symptoms. He's eating really well. He's pooping, he's peeing, and he's relaxing. Right? You just winked, right? And he seems happy. And it is good for him to get more rest. And he's not acting like he's sick or uncomfortable. Like, yes, he's hiding under this day sofa, but Splash does that all the time also, and Splash is not sick. And, you know, Ditto's only been inside the house for what? Less than 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. It's about 12 days at this point. So he's doing really, really well. If he was exhibiting like fatigue and lethargy and he wasn't eating, then I would definitely take him right back to the vet. But I don't want to cause him like more stress than he already has. He's been through a lot over the past, 2 weeks. So we're going to keep him under observation. And I know if I called the vet right now, that's what she would say to do. She would say to keep him under observation. And we're just going to watch him, and we're going to give him the healthiest food we could give him. And we're going to give him healthy supplements. And we're going to see how he does. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that in my research, I did find out that upper respiratory infections in cats can be contagious. And I was thinking about putting the gates in the door today so the cats could see each other. The issue there is that if Ditto should sneeze, and we saw him sneeze on his treat plate. If he sneezes and like droplets get on the other cats or they breathe in potentially infected fluid from him, they could get infected with some kind of issue from him, and I wouldn't want that to happen, so I'm just going to keep the door shut. Ditto's fine being in this room, so even if he has to be in this room another week or two, he's going to be fine with it. And I would rather err on the side of caution than be reckless. So yeah, so right now Ditto's under the day sofa. If I leave, he'll most likely come out and lay on top of the day sofa. I'm gonna go grab a vacuum though, so I could vacuum up some of this loose fur. I moved the scratching house over here, but I don't think Ditto knows what to do with it. I don't know if he's ever used a cardboard scratcher before. Yesterday I said I was going to see if I had a Pet Remedy diffuser or a Feliway diffuser, and I found the one that I had downstairs. So I found the diffuser for both of those, but I do have 2 of these refills for the Pet Remedy. So I just hooked it up and it plugs into the wall. So I want to see if I could find an outlet where I can plug this in that won't be too obtrusive. There's not many outlets in this room. It's a small room. So I'm going to see what I could do with this. And this has a very earthy aroma. It uses valerian essential oil and vetiver essential oil. And I've used this on the other cats, and it works fairly well. And this is what I spray inside the carriers, and this is what I sprayed inside the trap when I wanted Ditto to go into it. So I'm hoping that this could help relax him. So I put this on the other side of the room, and it's already up to 41% humidity. The temperature's gone up a little bit also. This is where I just plugged in the Pet Remedy diffuser. So these little portable power banks work really good where you need like an extra outlet. So I just put it up here near the monitor for the live stream. I don't have a live stream going on right now. I was thinking about doing one today, but there's enough stress on Ditto. I don't really need to put more stress on him with regards to a live stream, and I don't need to put more stress on myself with regards to that. So hopefully in the near future we'll do some live streams again. But so I have it up here. It's kind of in this corner. It's a bit unobtrusive, which is good. The only thing I'm realizing now is that it's only a few feet away from an open window, so I might want to put it on the other side of the room, which I think I'm going to do. I'll move this to the other side of the room. So I just put it here on top of the table or the desk, and it's actually perfect here because that diffuser is the absolute perfect height for the outlet, and it's resting perfectly on the tabletop along with the unit, so that's really good. And I'll leave it here, and this could have double effect because this is right near the door. Like there's the door, so if it does so when it does give off its nice aroma, maybe the cats on the other side will smell it also. It is 7:41 p.m. and I am here in the rehab room with Ditto to give him some fresh water, and then I'm going to do the litter, and then I'll give him some dinner. It is quite warm in here, so let's check the humidity. Here's Ditto. He's hanging out on top of the day sofa. The humidity has gone up to 56 degrees, and the temperature has gone up to 82 degrees. The humidifier is working, and I might see about opening a window. And here's Ditto. I'd like to grab the brush and brush him. It smells really good in this room. I'm really surprised. Usually the Pet Remedy doesn't smell that good, but right now it smells really good in here. It is 10:30 p.m. There are bird videos on the TV. I don't know if Ditto's been watching them, but they're on. I shut off the humidifier a little while ago, and I realized I need to buy a cool mist humidifier. I think this one is a warm mist humidifier, and it made this room too warm. So tomorrow I'm going to see if I could get a cool mist humidifier. And I just made like a homemade squeeze up for Ditto. I took a small can of Tiki Cat sardine, and I stuck it in my little mini like magic bullet that I use for the cats, and I made like a puree with it, and I'm hoping Ditto likes it because sardines are good for him. They're full of omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory. Maybe he smells it. The room smells really nice. It smells like the pet remedy, so. You can eat it, Ditto. I'll back up. I just turned off the power to the diffuser because I think we could give it a rest right now. I just opened the window to get some fresh air in here, and it looks like Ditto does not like sardines. He doesn't want to eat it. I just gave him some chopped up chicken. This is the boiled chicken that I had in the fridge. First I shredded it and then I cut it up into smaller pieces. You might have a hard time eating it because it's not a puree. It's a good sign that he's not hiding under the day sofa. He's eating like right near me. Okay, so I just gave the homemade squeeze up to the rest of the cats, and Boo is enjoying it. And Stella was eating it. She's enjoying it. And Splash is enjoying it. And Simba says, "What is this about?" Simba figured it out. It's about 11 p.m. right now. I'm gonna get this room ready for bed, so I'm gonna shut the light off, put the night light on. There's mouse videos on the TV, and Ditto's hanging out here under the day sofa. I don't know, maybe it's cooler for him. I don't know. He just decided to go down there by himself. Maybe he'll come back up. Okay, Ditto, have a good night, okay? Ditto ate all of the chicken. And there's no blood on the plate, so that's a good sign.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 8:10 a.m. I just came into the rehab room to say hello to Ditto. Ditto's looking very handsome today. He's been hanging out here on the day sofa. I'm going to open the curtains for him. Oh, look at this, look. Is he going to stretch? Hey, Ditto. You hungry? It's not time for breakfast yet. Maybe I'll give you your first half of breakfast, okay? I really like this rug because I could throw it in the washing machine, but as we just saw, it's not really good for cats to stretch on it or to scratch on it. I just took the cardboard scratcher roof off of the Halloween castle scratcher thing, and I put it there for him. So if he wants to scratch, he can scratch on that. It is 8:18 a.m. and I just gave Ditto the first half of his breakfast. Look at this. He jumped right back up onto the day sofa while I left the room. So he is having 2 scoops of homemade raw food with 1 of the Primal Raw rabbit nuggets mixed in. So I mix all that together with a little bit of water, and I give him half of that. And then today, the herbs that he's getting is a mixture of olive leaf extract, acidophilus, alfalfa, and a B complex capsule. I put half of a capsule mixed in with the herbs. So I took a capsule of each and I mix them together in a small jar. Then I take a little tiny spoon and I give him like a quarter or a fifth of the mixture. And that's what he had yesterday, except I didn't put the alfalfa in. I used nettle, and I didn't give him the B complex yesterday. So that's the first half of his breakfast. I'll let him eat this, digest it a little, and then I'll be back in a while with the second half of his breakfast. I'm still getting ready for my day. The other cats have not eaten yet. The only reason I'm feeding him now is because he was like meowing at me that he wanted food. He was trying to meow at me that he wanted food. So it's a good sign that he's grooming himself, because the vet said when a cat's mouth, is really painful for them, they will not groom themselves. So it's good that he's been grooming himself. It's good that he's eating and he has a very healthy appetite. It's good that he's using the litter boxes. It would be nice if he learned how to play. Right now there's a little bit of drool hanging on his mouth. So he's having a little bit of an issue right now. It's because there are some chunks in this food. It's not a totally smooth pate. I just moved the plate down here for him, so hopefully he'll finish it when I leave the room. It is 9:19 a.m. and Ditto just finished his second plate of food, so it's his second half of his breakfast. There it is. And I don't see any blood on the plate, so that's a good thing. Right now he's hanging out under the day sofa. I think it's cool for him on the floor. And I actually think he could see the TV from here. And there's bird videos on the TV, right, Ditto? Okay, so you hang out. I'm going to go run some errands. Maybe I could get you a cool mist humidifier, okay? That way it won't heat up the room too much, okay? Okay, Ditto. And I have the pet remedy plugged in, so that'll be good. It is 9:21 a.m. and here's Hydrox, and I'm going to give him some breakfast. I just gave Hydrox the canned food with some herbs mixed in, and I don't know where he's been because when I saw him this morning, he came walking across the yard, so he wasn't in the yard this morning. He might have gone and had breakfast somewhere else. What I've decided to do is let the automatic feeder stay empty unless I'm going to be away, like an overnight trip or something like that, because I want him to eat soft food and not hard food. So if the feeder's empty, he's going to have to come to the door for food more often, in which case I'll put it out for him like the food I just put out, and then he won't be able to rely on the automatic feeder. So back in 2016, when I first put an automatic feeder on the patio, pretty much in the same location, the reason I did that was because I was going away for I think it was like a week and a half at that time, and Stella, Splash, and Simba, and Boo, they were all living outside. And I was, giving them food every day. And I said, how are they going to eat if I'm away? Because I didn't want to have someone have to come by twice a day and give them food. So I said, you know what, let me get this automatic feeder and see how it works. And it worked out really well. It was so cute because every time the feeder went off, you would just see the cats come running from wherever they were. And they were so happy. And then they would eat some food out of the feeder, and then a little while later I would give them some wet food, and it worked out really well. And then when I was away, they relied on that. I did have Grandma and Grandpa came by and gave them some food, I think once or twice, and I had some other food put out for them, but overall it worked out really well. It's 9:27 and I just cleaned up the breakfast dishes. And Hydrox came over and he's eating the food. He's eating it very slowly, so there's something going on with his mouth because that is just a very soft pate. I did put the herbs in, so I'm going to put Hydrox on the same regimen as Ditto. The obvious difference is Hydrox is outside and could be eating God knows what outside, and Ditto will be in a controlled environment. It's about 3 p.m. And I just gave Ditto a churu. This is a tuna and salmon churu, and that is the webcam that's been recording Ditto. I don't have it on a live stream, but it has been recording him as documentation. So we'll see how he does in the churu today. The other cats are eating a churu. I split one 4 ways for them, and they have a little bit of freeze-dried food on top, but for Ditto, he gets a whole churu to himself. And the reason why I've been giving him the churu on the plate like this is just so I could see what's going on with his mouth. Like yesterday, he was sneezing, and there's some blood in the sneezing, in the mucus that came out. And then the day before, there were some drops of like bloody saliva on the plate. And so I want to see if there's any today. Not that there's gonna be like a miraculous mouth recovery in like a day, but I would like to see some improvement. And so far, look, that's a clean plate. And again, I'm not saying any kind of mouth bleeding might have stopped, but it looks like we're moving in the right direction, Ditto, right? We're moving in a good direction? Did you enjoy that? We're going to turn the air conditioning on soon, okay, because it's really hot today. And we're supposed to get maybe a thunderstorm in a little while. This afternoon we might get a thunderstorm, okay? So I'm going to turn the air on. And I also got you a new humidifier, Ditto. I got you a cool mist humidifier. Yeah. So I'm going to see about putting that on in this room. We'll make it a little bit more humid for you. Maybe we could loosen up some of that congestion you got going on there. We could help lubricate, you know, your mucous membranes, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to work on that, okay? This is the cool mist humidifier that I just bought to put in the room that Ditto is in. This is a Vicks filter-free cool mist humidifier. I figured since I have a water distiller and a water filter, I don't need to have one that has a filter in it. So that's why I got this one. It says low maintenance, visible, cool mist. Temporary relief from cough and congestion for better breathing and a more comfortable sleep. No filters to clean or replace. Ultra quiet operation. Easy to clean. Adjustable mist control. You could also use this with Vicks Vapo Pads for soothing menthol scent. And it includes a sample pad. I'm not going to be using that. It says a medium room size, up to 30 hours of operation, and this has a 1.2 gallon capacity. So the reason why I chose this one is because the one that I have, that is the warm mist, is also a Vicks humidifier, and I've had that one for more than 10 years. I mean, so long, I don't even remember when I bought it. I know I was not living in this house when I bought it, so I want to say at least 2011, if not like earlier than that. So I know that these Vicks humidifiers last a long time. I've had some smaller humidifiers, like travel size humidifiers since then, and they don't last at all, like maybe a few months if I'm lucky. So that's why I got this one, because I'm hoping it lasts as long as the other one did. And then here on the back, it just goes over the features. The water tank feeds water into the base. Water flow is then atomized by a nebulizer vibrating at a high frequency and quietly propelled up the mist outlet. Visible cool mist is mixed with dry indoor air to help raise humidity levels. So I'm hoping this works. I'm looking at their graph here. So then it says type. There's warm mist, there's ultrasonic, and there's evaporative. And this one falls into the ultrasonic. Filter-free cool mist humidifier falls into ultrasonic. And I'm wondering if the evaporative would have been better. So I'm going to open this up and set it up, and we'll see how it goes. It's about 5 p.m. I just got home. I was out doing some shopping, and I got Ditto a new scratchy rug. Ditto, I got you a new rug. This is the scratchy rug that I just bought for Ditto. Got it at Marshall's. It was like $12.99. And this is one of those, I think it's like a core doormat, or it's like a core rug. So he can scratch on it. And it's really hot in this room. Oh my gosh. It's like 85 degrees. So I'm definitely going to put the air on. It is super hot today. And there should be a thunderstorm here in maybe an hour, half hour. So, yeah. And Ditto has been doing a lot of grooming. So there's a lot of fur here. And there's a whole bunch of fur there. How you doing, Ditto? You okay? Yeah, you scratch on this rug, okay? I'm going to wash the other one. And after I wash it, I might put it back under this one, okay? All right. It is almost 7 o'clock. And I just came here to give Ditto the first half of his dinner. So he's getting homemade raw food with water mixed in, and then the herb mixture that I've been giving him. Hopefully he'll eat his food. The storm is about to arrive like any minute now. It's getting really windy outside. I just shut the curtains in this room because, you know, I don't need Ditto being scared by the wind outside. So he went under the day sofa. So I also put the smaller lamp on, and I put his food down here. And it's good that I got this new rug, because now if the plate slides, the rug should stop it. So I'll leave the room right now because sometimes Ditto does not like being watched or filmed when he eats. And then I'll be back in a few minutes. The storm should pass quickly because it's like a narrow band that's just moving fast. So hopefully it will. Or maybe it will miss us entirely. That would be great if it missed us and we just had some wind. It's 7:30 and I just gave Ditto the second half of his food, and this time I mixed in a little bit of tuna. So I'm hoping he eats it because he really did not touch the first half of his food. Here's the first half of his food. He really didn't eat it. So there's the second half of his food, and let's hope he eats it. I put some kidney herbs in there and some adrenal herbs in there. What I've been researching about the stomatitis says definitely support the kidneys. So that's why I put the tincture that I had in there. So hopefully he'll eat them. He should eat the food. He likes the food. However, today's day 13 of him being in this room, and the entire time he's eaten everything that I've given him except for the pureed sardines. But he's eaten a lot of food and he's eaten it all very happily, so I don't mind if he says, oh, I don't want that first half of the plate, even though he should like it. It's the same food he's been eating, unless he's starting to get tired of it. It's about 10:10 p.m. right now, and I just gave Ditto a churro. Ditto's hanging out under the day sofa. Go ahead, Ditto, you could eat it. Want me to push it for you? You don't want it? You don't want it? Why? You want me to leave so you could eat it? Okay, I'll move it out. Here. Okay, Ditto, I'm putting it over here, okay? I'm going to shut the light because it's time for bed. And you can eat this if you want it.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
It is 8:54 a.m. and I checked the security camera footage this morning to see what Ditto was up to, and maybe like an hour or two ago he was laying here, then he got up and he jumped down onto this new rug. I call it the scratching mat, and I thought he was going to scratch on it, but he did not scratch on it. Instead, he vomited on it. So this is where he vomited on it, and I'm going to try to clean that up. I don't know how much it will clean up because this is an absorbent material, so I'll do the best that I can. So after seeing like all the grooming he's doing and all this cat hair that's come off of him, I kind of expect him to have a hairball. So that's what I think he's trying to get up with the vomiting. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put some extra fish oil in his breakfast today, try to move things around. And last night he ate the chew root that was on this plate. Here he is now, he's under the day sofa. So what happened was I set him up in here last night when I was going to bed, and there was a nightlight on, and I had nature videos on for him, and he was happily relaxing on the day sofa. But then I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I heard like rain outside because we had 2 bands of storms come through yesterday. So the second batch that hit around 2 a.m. woke me up, and I said, let me go check on Ditto. And I was looking at the security camera footage, and I noticed he wasn't sleeping at all. So I was like, well, maybe I should shut off those nature videos and maybe he'll get some sleep. So I shut off the nature videos, and then I was watching him from the security camera, and instead of sleeping, he then started roaming around the room, and he jumped up by the window, and he was sitting on the shelf by the window, and he was looking out the window instead of sleeping. But that's also when I saw him use the litter box, and then I saw him eat the churu that was on the plate. So I guess he was like, well, I'm not tired, so I want to watch something, so I'm going to go look at the window. Now, I did not want him getting agitated or upset when he was looking out the window and then like wanting to go out or anything like that. So probably 20 or 30 minutes later, I actually came back in the room and I put the nature videos on for him, and he went back onto the day sofa, and he was perfectly happy on the day sofa for the rest of the night. So Ditto really enjoys just hanging out in this room and watching TV. It's amazing how much cats love nature videos. It is 9:19 a.m. and I just gave Ditto some breakfast. I gave him some homemade raw food, and I put some of the herbs in there, the herb mixture. Want it, Ditto? You want to eat it? Okay, so I'll leave him alone to eat. I'm going to go feed the other cats, and then we'll be back, and I'll give Ditto the second half of his breakfast if he eats this first half. I'm just about to feed the other cats, but I want to tell you what's been going on down here. So here's Stella and Simba, and there's Splash, and there's the dinner plates from last night. They like to lick them clean in the middle of the night if they get hungry. So last night, I noticed that Simba and Splash were hanging out down here, and they look like they're up to no good. Like, you know, when a cat just gets that up to no good look about them? And I couldn't figure out why they were down here. I'm like, this is strange. Why are they down here? Well, I found out today. I just found out, Simba. How you doing, Splashy? This is why they were down here. See that? That's a dead centipede, one of those house centipedes. So I'm going to clean it up, but they were hunting. Good job, guys. Good job. It is 9:43 a.m. and I'm still feeding cats. This is Hydrox eating some canned food with the same herbal mixture that I'm giving to Ditto. So with Boo, I have to sit there and watch him eat it, and it takes a while. And then just to make sure everyone gets fed, it's been like a half hour now. This is what happens if I leave Boo alone to finish his meal. What happens is he comes to get me. Like, I was just in the kitchen feeding Hydrox, and then all of a sudden Boo shows up and he's looking at me and he's like, someone's eating my food, someone's eating my food. And then I came back in this room and sure enough, Splash was eating Boo's food and Stella was waiting for her turn. Alright, let's check on Ditto. Here he is under the day sofa. And here's his meal. I would say he ate maybe half of it. I'm going to give him the other half of his meal, and I mixed in some salmon oil to the second half because if he has a hairball, it'll help move it along. I should also point out that he's been getting super large portions of food since he's been in the house, and as he has spent more time in the house, his metabolism is adjusting to less activity. When he was living outside, he was constantly wandering around the place, and he was much more active living outside, and living inside he's much less active. So if he starts eating less naturally, that's fine. I'm not going to force him to eat what he doesn't want to eat, but if he is hungry, I just want to make sure that he gets enough food. So I'm going to leave him here right now, and I'll be back. Hydrox just ate all of his food, so I gave him some more. It's a little while later now. I thought I would check on Ditto and see how he did with his breakfast. How you doing, Dittos? That's what he did. He almost ate everything. Good job. Good job, Ditto. I'm putting the rest on this tray for him if he wants to eat some later. He's been using his litter box a lot, and this one too. It is 2:13 p.m. and I just gave Ditto a churu. We want to see how well he eats it. If he's sneezing, if he's coughing. He still sounds congested. I did not add anything to the churu, so it's just a plain churu. I think it's chicken with tuna. Or chicken with salmon. Okay, let me turn it around. There you go. You want to get those pieces over there? Just the little pieces. No? Hey, Dittos. Hello, Ditto. You done? Okay, good job. You ate all of it. This is what the plate looks like today. Did a really good job eating it. I don't see any blood on this plate, so that's a good sign. It is 8:08 p.m. and I just came outside to do a little cleanup and to fill up the water bowls, and I just saw this. I was wondering what this was. I saw this from the window, but I really couldn't get a good view of it. But now that I see it up closer, I could tell that it looks like a bird's nest. I don't know how it got here. I don't know if it just fell out of one of the trees, which is like directly above us. See, that's directly above us. It could have just fallen out of a tree, or I don't know if some kind of predator got to it and knocked it out of the tree. So yeah, this is the first time that I've seen a nest in the yard. It is 8:42 p.m. and Ditto did not eat the first half of his dinner. I don't know why, so I'm gonna go put some salmon oil in the second half and see if he'll eat it. Or actually, maybe I'll put some salmon oil in this first half and see if he'll eat it. I just mixed in maybe like half a teaspoon of salmon oil. We'll see if he eats that. It's actually good that he didn't eat it because I totally forgot about putting the salmon oil in it. So fish oil is good for inflammation. It is anti-inflammatory. It's also good for hairballs. I don't see any puke or anything in the room today, so hopefully he won't be puking more. He ate it all. I'm gonna mix in a little tuna to the rest of the food. There's the second half of his meal. I mixed in about a teaspoon of tuna. That's more than enough, so I'm happy if he doesn't even finish that. And this is what the scratching rug looks like. So I sprayed it with the pet-friendly rug cleaner, and it just made a big stain. I thought it would dry out, but no, it just made a stain. So it doesn't look very nice at all. So we'll see if he uses this to scratch on. If he scratches on this rug, I'll keep it here. But if he doesn't scratch on it, then I'm just going to put it outside. It is 8:55 p.m. I just put a second plate of food out for Hydrox because he ate the food that I gave him before. And I turned around and I looked, and there was a raccoon eating it. And Hydrox was like sitting here. The raccoon was eating it here. Hydrox just went over to finish what was left in it. So what I then did was I got the loaf of bread that I had. I still have this loaf of bread from when I was putting the party platters out for the raccoons. And I threw like, I don't know, like 8 or 10 pieces out into the yard. Right now there's a raccoon eating one of the pieces of bread. And I was like, let them eat bread and, stay away from the cat food. So they're obviously hungry because there's no dry food in the feeder. There hasn't been dry food in the feeder for a few days because I want Hydrox to eat soft food and not the hard dry food. So I have to remember to put some kind of food out for the raccoons. Might have to go to like Aldi or Dollar Tree or something and just pick up some cheap food for them. It is 10:46 p.m. and I'm giving Ditto his nighttime snack. He's getting a little bit of canned tuna, and I put about 4 drops of CBD oil on it because it would be nice for him to relax and get some good sleep. And the serving size says half a dropper, so I'm not even giving him like a full serving. I'm just giving him a little bit. You want to eat it, Ditto? It's a snack. It's a snack. You could eat it. You don't want it? You could eat it. So Ditto finished his tuna snack, and he also finished his dinner, which was on the plate on the left. And when he sneezed, I do see a little bit of blood-tinged saliva on the plate. So he still has some kind of like infection or some kind of ulceration in his mouth or his throat or his sinuses. So I'm going to keep him under observation, and yeah, we're just going to keep feeding him healthy food and having him relax.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The LuckyFerals.
Good morning, Ditto. It is 9:20 a.m. and I just gave Ditto a plate of food. So Ditto was on top of the day sofa this morning. When I checked in on him, he's been grooming himself a lot again. And I guess he recently jumped down and went under the day sofa. There's your food, Ditto. So today I'm giving him a smaller portion than he's had for the past 2 weeks. So today is day 15, and since he has been way less active for the past 2 weeks, I'm cutting back on the amount of food he's eating, just by maybe by a fourth. So he has some homemade raw food mixed in with the Stella and Chewy's chicken patty, and I added water, and then I have him on the NHV multi-essential herbs. There are detox herbs and a feline formula. Basically, these 3 formulas are for cats with FIV. So that's what he's eating today. So I'll let him eat his breakfast, and I'm gonna go feed the other cats. Ditto ate all of his breakfast, so now I'm gonna give him the second half. There you go, Ditto. You wanna eat the rest of your food, or are you done? It is 6:53 p.m. and Ditto has been in this room all day, and he's been a very good boy, and there has not been a TV on today because he was sleeping way back underneath the day sofa. Hello, Ditto. And I didn't think he could see the TV from where he was, so it's been a quiet day, and I'm here to give him some new water. And then I'm going to scoop out the litter boxes, probably top them up with some more litter, and then I'm going to give him dinner. So it looks like Ditto has been doing some more grooming today. I see more tufts of fur, and it looks like everything that I sprayed on this rug yesterday has dried out, and so that stain is definitely a lot better. I use the enzymatic cleaner that you like spray on, let it sit there for a while, then you like dab it off. So I'm happy that it's looking better, but yeah, we'll just see how it goes. How you doing, Ditto? You feeling okay today? Doing any better? I want to give you lots of time to rest, just to rest. Did you rest good today? I'm going to check the cameras to see what you did, but I believe you probably rested really good today, right? And nobody had snack time this afternoon. I was really busy with work today, so there was no snack time. So everyone should be good and hungry for their dinner. It is about 8 p.m. right now, and Ditto is eating the second half of his dinner. So this morning I said he had a Stella and Chewy's chicken patty, but I was wrong. It was a duck goose patty. And that's what he's having for dinner tonight also. And he did not want to eat the first plate of food, which is what he's eating now. So I put some tuna juice on the plate, and now he's enjoying it much better. So when I was doing the litter box, I noticed some splatter of blood on the wall near the litter box and on the litter box. So it looks like he was sneezing around the litter box, which would make sense because the litter can get a little dusty at times. So he still has some blood going on. And what I'm probably going to do is go out and get some beef, because beef is really good at replenishing iron if he's losing iron from losing blood. I do have some ground beef in my refrigerator, some raw ground beef, so I might see if he will like that as a snack later. I could also cook it. I know the cats have liked having it a little cooked hamburger, but I think I'm going to try to go to Petco and maybe buy some canned food made from beef and supplement his diet with that. See, so right now he's sneezing. So I did just get his respiratory herbs this afternoon, and I put a few drops in his dinner. And what those will do is those will help to clear out any congestion he has in his respiratory tract. And I've taken those before, years ago, when I had like cold and flu type symptoms, and they definitely helped. And they also have ingredients that soothe the mucous membranes in the body, specifically the digestive tract, and that are also like anti-inflammatory, antiviral. So, I just want him to eat his food. So I'll just move this over a little bit, and I'll leave it here, and then we'll be back in a little bit. I did put videos on. There's squirrel videos on for him if he wants to watch them. And I would like to spend some more time in this room with him. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow. I do have a 3-day weekend, which is nice. So, yeah, I would definitely want to spend more time with him. The thing is, it's really a compromise between spending time with him and making him uncomfortable and putting him in a state of semi-stress or even full stress, and letting him just be by himself and relax and, be able to heal himself better. So, it's a very fine balance there. And so that's why I've been kind of taking I'll not stress him out approach, and I will leave him to his own, but, check in on him throughout the day. And that's really what I've been doing for the first 2 weeks. And I never like to force myself on cats and, kind of try to move too fast with them as far as their progress goes and stuff. So that's another reason why. But I really also believe in just taking one day at a time and taking things as they come. So I don't want to plan too much or think too much. I just want to be open to possibilities and opportunities to kind of work on socializing him and getting him better. Okay, I just came back to check on Ditto. Looks like he finished the second plate of food, and he was on top of the day sofa, but when I came in the door, he went underneath the day sofa. And I just wanted to mention that I forgot that I put chicken liver in his food, and chicken liver actually has more iron in it than beef does. So what I think I might do tomorrow is go out and buy some additional chicken livers just to make sure he's getting plenty of iron in his food. One other thing that I did today was I took out the air freshener that I had in this room. So when Ditto first moved into this room, he moved into this room with quite an odor. He basically smelled like a feral cat. And I don't know if it was from the vet or what, but it was a very, very noticeable odor when anyone walked in this room. I mean, you would definitely smell the odor. And since then, since he's been grooming so much, and since he hasn't been out getting into dirt and everything, there's no longer an odor in this room. So I removed the air freshener. It's not needed anymore, and I don't know how natural the scent of it was, and I don't want it contributing to any kind of allergic symptoms with him. Now, in the past, Boo, like a few months ago, was sneezing like crazy. I'm like, what is happening here? And it was because I had a candle in my bedroom, and it ended up that he was allergic to the candle. Even though the candle was supposed to be pet friendly and made from all natural ingredients, he was still allergic to it. So I had to get rid of it. So that's why I'm hoping maybe we'll see some more improvements with Ditto if I get rid of the air freshener that I had in here. So I just wanted to document that. As I'm filming these videos, I'm really documenting what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I just want kind of like a running record. I also just remembered that I have a box of Dr. Elsie's respiratory relief cat litter, and that this has stress-reducing herbal essences, 99.9% dust-free and hard clumping. It's hypoallergenic, no plant proteins, superior odor control. So I used to use this in the past, but then I found out it was cheaper to buy the 40-pound bags because it was about half price. So I got away from the respiratory relief. I used to use this one and also the Touch of Outdoors. But I'm glad I have this because this is what I'm going to top up the litter boxes with. We'll see if this makes a difference with, his respiratory issues. And yeah, see, I can never be a minimalist because I really like having things on hand and having things in stock because you never know when you're going to need something and when the stores are going to be closed. I just looked and noticed that Petco closes at 8 p.m. and it's after 8 p.m. so I wouldn't be able to buy anything there right now anyway. So yeah, I'm going to use this. I just topped up both of the litter boxes. And this litter smells really good. Let's talk about Veriflox. Veriflox is the antibiotic that Ditto was prescribed by the vet for the infection in his leg. So Ditto was in some kind of fight outside and he got a deep puncture wound from a bite on his leg, and it eventually got infected, and that's what was causing his pain and swelling, and that's why he was limping, and that's why he was not putting any weight on the leg. So the vet prescribed him Veriflox because it is an antibiotic that I could put in his food, and he could eat it in his food, and that's how he would be able to get the drug. Unfortunately, because Ditto is a feral cat, I'm not able to take a syringe and put the medication directly in his mouth. The only way for him to really get medication is through his food. So this was an option that she prescribed. And I was researching some information about it, and I wanted to share this information with you. So this medication is also known as pradofloxacin, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The category is fluoroquinolone antibiotic. Key information about this drug is that it is an antibiotic approved only for use in cats in the United States. It's approved for use in dogs in some other countries. It says if used in liquid form, shake the container well before measuring each dose. This antibiotic is best given without food on an empty stomach, but if your animal vomits or acts sick after getting it, give with food or small treat. No dairy products, antacids, or anything containing iron to see if this helps. If vomiting continues, contact your veterinarian. So the vet that prescribed this for Ditto said that I could give it to him in food. There should not be a problem. It says do not give with other drugs that contain calcium, iron, or aluminum, as these can reduce the amount of drug that gets absorbed. It says it may cause joint abnormalities if used in young animals, during pregnancy, or while nursing. The most common side effects are vomiting, nausea, or diarrhea. I did not notice any of those side effects in Ditto. Obviously, I would not be able to notice nausea. It would just be like him feeling nauseous, but he did not vomit while he was on it. And I did check his litter box, and I don't think I saw any diarrhea in the litter box, but sometimes it's hard to tell because it could just look like a clump of pee. But I did try to check for it just in case he had an upset stomach, and I didn't see anything. It says complete the entire course of antibiotics prescribed by your veterinarian, even if your animal appears well. So the vet prescribed him 10 days on Veriflox. So that's what I did. I kept him on for all 10 days because I know with an antibiotic, you have to do the entire course of the antibiotic. Even if you think it's done its job, you still need to go through the entire course of it. Then it says, how is this medication useful? The FDA has approved pradofloxacin for treating skin, respiratory tract, and urinary tract infections in cats. So I find that really interesting because we know that Ditto had a skin infection, so it was prescribed for his leg, but it also says it's supposed to work for respiratory tract infections, and that did not seem to be the case at all with Ditto. He was still quite congested, and he had symptoms of a respiratory tract infection when he was finished with the meds. And then it says that other drugs can interfere with pratofloxacin, so be sure to tell your vet and pharmacist what medications, including vitamins, supplements, or herbal therapies, you give your animal, including the amounts and time you give each. Now, I specifically did not give Ditto any herbal therapies, vitamins, or supplements while he was on the meds because I know there can be interactions, and I wanted to wait until the meds were done so we could see how he did on the meds, and then we could compare it to how he did on the herbs. Then it says, when should this medication not be used or be used very carefully? No drug is 100% safe in all patients, but your veterinarian will discuss with you any specific concerns about using this drug in your animal. This drug should not be used in animals that are allergic to it or drugs like it, animals that are pregnant or nursing unless the benefits to the mother outweigh the risks to offspring, kittens fewer than 6 weeks old, young dogs between 2 and 8 months old in small and medium-sized breeds, and up to 11 months old in large and giant breeds. Cats and dogs with joint cartilage problems or lesions. And that's from the UK product label. So there's no way for us to know if Ditto was allergic to it or drugs like it because there's no medical history for him. And we know the rest of those cautions don't apply. It also says that this drug should be used with caution in dogs. The FDA-approved label states, do not use in dogs, as it can cause bone marrow depression. However, the drug is approved for use in dogs in some other countries. Cats. When used longer than 7 days, a greater chance for bone marrow effects is possible. So the vet prescribed 10 days. So that's longer than 7 days. So that opens us up to a greater chance for bone marrow effects. It should be used with caution in animals with a history of epilepsy or seizures, animals that have liver or kidney problems, animals that are dehydrated. So we don't know how well Ditto's been drinking, if he's dehydrated or not, and we also don't know if he has any liver or kidney problems, again, because he hasn't been brought to the vet before. So those are some other possible issues that could arise. Now let's go into more of the side effects. It says side effects that usually are not serious include diarrhea, vomiting, and reduced appetite. Ditto had a really good appetite. He was not vomiting, and I saw no signs of diarrhea. It says you don't have to be overly concerned if you see any of these signs unless they are severe, worsen, or continue to be a problem. Contact your vet if this happens. Then it says side effects that may be serious or indicate a serious problem. Watch for bleeding, bruising, or your animal becoming tired easily. These may be signs of bone marrow depression, especially in dogs. So what we saw in the latest video is that Ditto was bleeding. When I filmed the video, I saw the bloody saliva on the plate, leading me to think that it was from a sore in his mouth, it was from the stomatitis, or it could also have been from his respiratory infection. He also could have bleeding gums from the stomatitis. So all three of those seemed really reasonable to me because that's what the vet and I had discussed. It wasn't until I was editing the video that it was noticed that blood was coming out of his nose. And the reason why is because the camera can see much more than I can see. The naked eye from a distance is not going to be able to see things as clearly as a zoomed in camera. So we now know that he was dealing with a nosebleed. Chances are very good that he had a nosebleed as well as some mouth sores and some bleeding gums and a respiratory tract infection. Could have been all of those combined, but we do know that he did have a nosebleed. Other serious side effects are trouble walking or other joint effects, especially in young or growing animals, fever, rashes, or trouble breathing, which may indicate an allergic reaction, decreased or lack of appetite, especially in cats. So now, what is bone marrow suppression? It's also known as myelosuppression. Bone marrow suppression is a decrease in bone marrow activity that results in reduced production of blood cells. Some blood cell disorders include fewer red blood cells, anemia, fewer white blood cells, neutropenia, and fewer platelets, thrombocytopenia. If we look at the symptoms of thrombocytopenia, they include bruising, pink urine, nosebleeds, small red or purple spots on the body, and bleeding that does not stop with pressure. So there we see nosebleeds as a symptom of bone marrow suppression. And if we look on another website, here I'm on webmd.com, they also have a list of symptoms of thrombocytopenia, blood marrow suppression. And the symptoms are the same: pink or red urine, nosebleeds, small red or purple spots all over your body, bruises, bleeding that doesn't stop when you put pressure on it. But they also mention bleeding gums and dark or black bowel movements. So nosebleeds and bleeding gums can be a side effect of Veriflax when cats take it for more than 7 days in a row. I wanted to point this out because those symptoms did not manifest until the day after Ditto stopped taking the medication. So they could have been starting to manifest on day 10, for example, and then they manifested on day 11. And when I say manifested, that's when we saw the outward symptoms. We saw the nosebleed or the bleeding gums. And even though he was diagnosed as having stomatitis and I knew he was dealing with some kind of respiratory congestion, I did not see any bleeding, any bloody saliva, anything like that when he first came inside or for the entire first week on the meds. It wasn't until day 11 that we saw that, and things like that don't happen randomly. So that's why I did want to point out that nosebleeds and bleeding gums are potentially a side effect of the Veriflax. Could they also be from stomatitis or a respiratory infection? Yes, they could, but if there was bone marrow suppression and a low platelet count, meaning his blood is not clotting as well as it should be, then that would lead to increased blood flow, and that would make any bleeding that he had from the stomatitis or the respiratory infection even worse. So I just wanted to go over this information in case your vet prescribes Veriflax or in case your cat is on Veriflax and you're researching for information about it. I just wanted to let you know what the side effects are and that it's really recommended that a cat should only be on it for 7 days and not longer than that. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.